It's arm day here at Crunch. Switching it up a little bit with it being the off season. I like to go into different gyms in the local area and just get in a different atmosphere, train on some different equipment. So with it being arm day, it's not like a leg day where we really got to bury our head and stay focused. Have a little bit more fun with this workout and just hitting the biceps, triceps. Not as exhausting, not as intense, not putting up crazy numbers, just more of like keeping the arms pumped and full and keep progressing. So that's why I like to pick maybe a day like arm day to switch it up and go to different gyms. And this is where I will typically do my morning cardio if I don't do it at home. So here we are. We're at the local Crunch and we're gonna hit some arms. This is an interesting machine. I never use a machine like this.
Does the whole thing move?
Yeah, the whole thing. Because it's like this hoist brand. I used this the other day, like a few weeks ago when I came in here and hit arms. I was like, huh, this is different. Want to get this workout in about an hour, maybe a little more than an hour and 15. So not much time in between sets. We'll just keep moving and keep the arms pumping. Yeah, the last couple of times that I came here to actually work out, I don't really do much training here because it's hard. Like this, as many people as you see right now at this gym, this is completely dead compared to how it normally is.
That's crazy.
Like literally, I'm not kidding you. Pretty much every single piece of equipment is taken up at every minute. Yeah,
to work out.
it's hard, man. You have to kind of like gauge if somebody's getting off the machine so like you can get on it. So that's why I don't really train legs here or like have a crazy back day or crazy. Maybe I'll do like a shoulder workout or arm workout or even chest you can do. But I mainly came here because it's so close. And you know, a few weeks ago we were in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know, when Evie was born, so I was able to just kind of shoot over here 5-10 minutes and train at this gym. But yeah, the last couple times I was here, it was like one person would spot me and then I don't mean like spot me in a lift, I mean like they would be like, oh, you're Mr. Olympia, I follow you. And then like, can I get a picture? I'm like, sure, man, no problem. Next thing you know, it'd be like 3 or 4 or 5 more people.
The line starts.
Yeah, which I actually, the last time I was here and that happened, this guy that was taking pictures basically for everybody, basically like being you,
Yeah.
being the photographer. He's like, man, do you get tired of this? And I go, not really, to be honest. I said, I go to more private gyms whenever I'm prepping so I can focus. But during the off season or really anytime, I appreciate it, you know?
Yeah.
But like when I go to the other gyms, like in my 40 and Lionheart, everybody knows I'm there to train. I'm very focused and serious. Whereas you go to like a local gym, like a chain franchise gym like this, you know, not everybody's goal is to be Mr. Olympia. And so everybody's goals here is different. They don't understand like how serious the training is for bodybuilding. So they're more likely to come here and chit chat and talk, which is cool, which is actually kind of like why I'm here today. Not to talk and stuff, but you know, if somebody comes up and wants to have a conversation for just like a minute or two, that's cool. You know, it doesn't distract me. It kind of keeps it fun for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
But I don't want to waste too much time talking either. Trying to get 15 on every set, 12 to 15. If it's heavy and I get 12, that's fine. But I think that with biceps and even triceps, I think that they can handle a little bit more volume. Because think about it, you're always using your biceps, right?
Yeah.
Everything you do, like grabbing your phone, eating, taking a drink, brushing your teeth, everything you do is with the biceps. You know, so I think that those muscles, like the biceps, the calves, the triceps, they can handle more volume more reps and more sets than maybe like a chest workout or back workout, you know. So I like to bump the reps up a little bit when we're doing arms. Okay. Whoa. That's another thing too, whenever I go to different gyms, whether I'm traveling or whether I just bounce around, you know, these different local gyms here in Tampa. If I'm using a different machine that I'm not used to, I like to really test it out first. I try not to go, okay, well, I've done preacher curls before. Let me just slap on what I know I can do. You don't know, because every machine's different. So I always like to make sure that I start off really light. I can guarantee to get good mind muscle connection and good reps on that first set. And then if I need to bump it up a lot more after that, the first one, I can. If it was a little heavier than I expected, then okay, good. I didn't go too heavy on that first one. So it's not about ego. It's about getting what you need out of this. So. Ooh. Good thing I went a little lighter, because it is a bit heavier than I was expecting. Ooh. Ah. Yeah. Oh man. So I usually start off with like both hands, but sometimes I just I'll feel out an exercise and then I test it out with like single arm and it just feels better. Like there's really no explanation other than I just want to test it both ways, and whichever way feels better. Like if I would have went from both arms to single arm and then thought to myself, okay, both arms originally is better, I would have went back to it, but I'm feeling it better with just that single arm isolation. So as long as you're getting the most out of the exercise, I think that's what really matters. It doesn't really matter like, are you doing both arms or one arm at a time? Even though I do talk about doing unilateral exercises, like doing some single arm or single leg exercises in the workouts is important, but picking which one, like for example this, like do I have to do preacher curls single arm or do I have to do them with both hands? It doesn't really matter, whatever feels best to you. Wow. Ooh. I've also been noticing too, the last couple arm days that I've had, instead of doing all of like the bicep back to back to back, meaning like 3 or 4 exercises and then doing triceps or vice versa, I've either been doing 1 or 2 exercises of a bicep and then doing 1 or 2 exercises of a tricep and then back to bicep and then back to tricep. For some reason, that's been working out really great too. Just switching it up, man, you know? You're getting a lot of arm, like bicep, tricep activation when you do any other upper body workouts, whether it be shoulders, chest, back, whatever. So somebody in here the other day was like, hey man, what do you do for your forearms? And I said, they're like, do you train your forearms? Like what exercises do you use or do? I said, to be honest with you, never. I said, I think it really just comes down to picking up heavy weight.
Yeah.
Imagine how many times I'm picking up a heavy dumbbell or barbell, or even just a 45-pound plate.
You're kind of always working out your forearms. Like even on leg days, like putting the 45-pound plates on there.
Yeah, so I think it's more of just grabbing the weight every single day. It'll just eventually build up. Like even on this exercise, like I'm using my biceps, but I can still feel it in my forearms a little bit.
Yeah.
Squeezing, you know, so. No tips or tricks to forearm training. There are some good exercises. You know, I used to do some, when I did do them, I would take a dumbbell, I'd roll them all the way, I'd stand and I would roll them all the way down to the tip of my finger as far as I could before it fell off, and then curl my fingers and then roll it all the way up into like the most contracted spot, you know? I would do it like with my palms facing in like this, and then I would do my palms facing out like that, even like behind my body. So that way you're getting different angles. But I also think, believe it or not, doing reverse grip curls, you see me do like the reverse grip curls like this,
You feel it.
that really gets the forearms too. So
I even feel like sometimes hammer curls.
hammer curls too, yeah.
Yeah.
These handles are way better. Keep these in my bag just in case.
It's smart. I like the grip, how it has like the little
Yeah.
finger.
All right, 2 bicep exercises, 2 tricep exercises. Now let's go back to doing some biceps. I was gonna pick a machine movement, but it looks like it's pretty busy and taken up right now. So let's just go back over to the free weights, to the dumbbell rack, and do some standard curls, maybe a little bit of hammer curls. Do a few sets there. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to a tricep after that. One more. Even get a little chest activation here. It's good. I'm happy with where we're at. You know, like I took the last month or two, been taking it easy, as you know. Between the holidays, you know, having our baby, and then just I went to LA Fit Expo and stuff. We had a little setback getting sick. Between all that, you know, I had some downtime. And I feel like now that this past week or two, I've been back in the gym, it was a slow start. Don't get me wrong. Like, well, when I say it's a slow start, in my head, it was a slow start.
Yeah.
I was still having really good workouts, but it was like mentally and physically, it's like, all right, I'm trying to get into a groove again. And so that first week or two was a little challenging, but I feel now like things are good, you know? And as far as like my strength, any little aches and pains, and flexibility, range of motion that I mentioned earlier. Recovery still isn't like 100% like full go. You know, that's due to a few different things: food, hydration, consistency, and everything that I'm doing. But all in all, as far as like my weight, how I look, as far as like my fullness and body fat and like body fat composition, everything, I know we've made good progress since the Olympia.
Yeah.
And the little time away from the gym was good because now I feel fresh and really ready to go. Fresh physically and anxious mentally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna say refreshed mentally. I'm gonna say I'm anxious now. So yeah.
You're anxious to get back to it.
Dude, I need to sometimes take my own advice.
Yeah.
And tell people like whenever I tell people like, oh, you need to take it easy sometimes a year. You need to have like a little reset, or you need to do today what you need to do for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means like taking it easy. Like, not taking it easy in the gym, but like taking it easy in terms of like give your body what it needs, right?
Yeah.
Pressure, some downtime. Man, I'm the worst at that, taking that advice. I like to go, kill it every day. You know, if I'm not in the gym training and smashing the weights every single day, I feel like, you know, there's somebody else out there that will.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to pull back to go a little further, I feel like.
Even you said it yesterday. What was it, yesterday, the day before? You were telling me how you're like, look, Derek, like, you're right where you need to be. Like, this is like, I don't know, whatever you said, I can't remember. It was basically like saying that I needed to take some rest, and how I'm like my body's like right on point.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I think you're at a great point right now.
Like, even you can see it too. You're like, I could see in your physique that like you're making improvements, but you're doing just what you need to do. But for me, it's like I always have this go-getter mentality. that, thank God for my wife, sometimes like she like grounds me and is like, look, we need to be able to live life too. Like, let's go on a date.
Yeah.
So yesterday we went on a date, you know, and hung out with baby Evie, which was great.
Oh, you got a new suit, right?
I did get a new suit.
Why did you have to get that new suit? Last
Until
minute.
next time.